Me. Why do you have sex? Client. Well, we're married and, when you're married, you're supposed to have sex, right? Me. Are you? Client. Hesitantly. Yeah. Me. So what excites you about having sex? Susan gave an even less convincing response. This conversation between Susan and I was nothing new. In fact, I've been having the same chat with men and women alike for the past 12 years. Nothing in her response made me believe that for her, sex was fun, pleasurable, exciting, spontaneous, or something that she really wanted or needed in her life. So my question was simple. Why are you seeking to engage in an activity that doesn't excite you or bring you joy? Susan was silent. You could hear the clang on the floor as the penny dropped. And so began our journey exploring what Susan really wanted from her partner in the bedroom. And, as I later would discover, outside of the bedroom. I know what you're thinking, and yes, we really have hit the ground running. Didn't I mention that this would be an invitation for you to come closer? Let me reverse back and introduce myself. I'm Charlene Douglas, a psychodynamic and psychosexual therapist. Two very fancy titles that basically mean that I help people get to grips with their problems, find solutions, and ultimately feel better about themselves. My specialist training in sex therapy has allowed me to support people with issues such as low sex drive, painful sex, and finding that orgasm that some people find so elusive. Many people, and let's face it, they're usually women, who drop me a line for a therapy session have come across me on TV, sometimes the radio, or a podcast. They hear me dispensing advice and think, maybe Charlene can help me to want to have sex again. It's best to be upfront with you. I may be known to work some wonders, but helping someone to want sex when the sex on offer doesn't excite or turn them on is a magical power that I don't possess, much to my disappointment. You have to have the desire to have the desire. If you're not massively bothered about any lack in the sack and you don't miss having sex, it can be near impossible to reignite intimacy into your relationship. Whilst we're on the topic of intimacy, it's a word we often hear about, but in my experience, very few of us really understand what it is to be intimate. You may think it's just sex, but what I'm talking about runs far deeper than sex. It's an intense connection with somebody that makes you feel safe. So safe, in fact, that you can let go of any insecurities, worries, or fears. In those moments of closeness, you're swimming within the comfortable boundaries of someone who allows you to be you, free from criticism or judgment. This allows you to feel complete acceptance of all you are and all you represent. When I tell people what I do for a living, I think they assume that I have a secret desire to listen in on people's fantasies. I'm often told that I must hear all sorts. I've had the conversation so many times that I can practically predict the sky-high eyebrow raise, the "oh wow" facial expression, and the curious leaning as though I'm about to unleash a boatload of clients' filthy secrets. Some people seem confused about how a psychosexual therapist achieves their results, suggesting that it's a hands-on profession. I'll confirm with you now that the sense of empowerment that I leave my clients with is through talking therapy alone.